Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another franchise ranking video today. Today I'm going to be ranking the movies in a Marvel franchise. This time not a Marvel MCU sub-franchise, but this time for 3 movies, which are based on one of our favourite groups in the Marvel Universe, being the Fantastic Four. So yeah, so I'm going to be including both the duology from the early 2000s and also from the one movie from, 2010, the 2010s decade. So guys, this is my personal opinion, so if you guys disagree with me, that's absolutely fine, but please respect my opinion just like I respect yours. So, starting with what I consider my favourite Fantastic Four movie to this day, which I absolutely love, we're going to go with the first Fantastic Four film from 2005, and I give that 10 out of 10. The reason why is because I literally have no problems with it, guys. I actually really love this movie, it's very entertaining to watch. I used to love it when I was a kid as well. I really loved it. So what I like about it, the acting by the entire cast was amazing. I loved Ewan Grufford as Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman, Chris Evans as Human Torch before he became Cap, of course, and also Michael Chiklis as The Thing. I also definitely really enjoyed Julie McMahon as Doctor Doom as well. He's on my all-time favourite Doom. My all-time favourite Doom, guys, is Lex Lang, but Julian is definitely up there in my top favourite Doom portrayals, absolutely. And the effects were also really amazing, especially for like a movie for its time in 2005 was brilliant. And also the CGI was also really good too. I really enjoyed it. Music was also really good too. And Doom was also a pretty great villain. He's my favourite enemy of Fantastic Four, and he was brilliant in this movie, he really was. And the fight scenes were also really fun to watch. I really enjoyed watching them when I was younger, and I still enjoy them to this day when I rewatch a movie. And another thing I do like as well, guys, is the deleted scene where Mr. Fantastic shapeshifts into Wolverine, and they actually got Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine in that scene, which was pretty cool. Nice little cameo there. So it's making me wonder, is this franchise connected to the Fox, X-Men movies? Maybe. And also, I did also Stan Lee's cameo, guys, and this is the first time he's actually playing a character, not just like a random cameo character. This time he's actually playing Willie Lumpkin in the Baxter Building, which was pretty nice. It was nice to see him in that role. And of course, yeah, rest in peace, Stan Lee. So yeah, I love this movie so much. Holds a special place in my heart. So 10 out of 10 to this. Now, my second favourite Fantastic Four movie of all time, guys, would have to be Rise of the Silver Surfer from 2007. And to be honest, I also enjoy this movie almost as much as the first film. So I'll give it 9 out of 10. So what I like about it, once again, the acting was great by the whole cast. Once again, Ewan, Jessica, Chris and Michael were great as Fantastic Four. And Julian as Doctor Doom as well. I also really love the addition of a Silver Surfer in this movie. I think it was played in live action by someone called, Doug Jones, I think, something like that. And voiced by Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne is one of my favourite Silver Surfer. He was brilliant in the role. He did such a great job as him. And even though my favourite role of Lawrence Fishburne is Morpheus from the Matrix trilogy, I will say that he was amazing as a Silver Surfer's voice. He was really good. I'm wondering as well why he didn't play the Silver Surfer in costume as well as, the voice. I'm wondering why they got him to voice over Doug Jones. I'm also wondering why they didn't, get Doug Jones to speak the Silver Surfer's lines as well. But you know what? Lawrence Fishburne was brilliant as a Silver Surfer. The CGI was also really good as well, so were the effects as well. They were very good. Music was also really good. The action was really good as well. And, like, one of the things I really enjoyed about this movie was how, there was sinkholes appearing all over the world. And the action sequences were very good, especially the London Eye scene, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that scene when I was younger. With regards to the return of Doctor Doom, I knew he'd be coming in this because the ending of the previous movie did tease his return. So I wasn't really surprised that he was back, to be honest. And I wasn't really disappointed that he was back because I loved Doctor Doom as a character. And it was cool how when he came back, his mask was welded onto his face, which was pretty nice. It was stuck to him. And I definitely once again love Stan Lee's cameo, this time where he was appearing as himself, attending Reed and Susan's wedding. In a pretty funny moment where he's rejected, despite, saying, that he's Stan Lee, he gets rejected. So yeah, poor Stan Lee, and rest in peace to him. So this movie was great, nonetheless, but I still prefer the first one, really. And issues with the movie, well, to be honest, guys, one issue I had was probably Galactus, because I didn't really like how he was just like a cloud, to be honest. Like, I'd rather have him like in the comics where he's got, you know, he's a giant figure and he's got that nice purple helmet on. Like, I was pretty disappointed that he didn't, you know, appear in this movie. You know, in, like, his comic book appearance, he was just a cloud. So, yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of Galactus in this movie, to be honest. Hopefully, in the MCU, if he appears, he'll be, you know, much better, I hope. And now, oh, God. Now, we get down to my number one least favourite Fantastic Four movie. In fact, it's not even a least favourite. It's actually, you know, guys, out of all the movies I've seen in my whole life, I consider this movie to be the worst movie I've ever seen. And it's none other than Fant4stic from 2015. And I do not know where to start with how bad I think this movie is. I swear to God, I don't know where to start. Because when the movie came out in 2015, guys, I was going to see it at the cinema, but I heard it had really bad reviews. And I saw some clips of it, and I was like, oh, God, I don't want to watch this. So I skipped watching it at cinema, and I waited until it was available to watch on streaming services. So that's why, during quarantine last year due to the coronavirus, I watched it on Netflix. And I wasted about 2 hours of my life watching that movie. Okay. What I hate about the movie most, I did not like the choices to play the Fantastic Four or Doctor Doom. They were not the right actors at all. Nothing like the comics, unlike the first two movies at all. And the movie as a whole was so unfaithful to the comics. It really was so unfaithful. And like, as well, you know, the Thing was an abomination, I swear to God, because he didn't even look like the Thing. It was a pitiful excuse for the Thing because they made him way too tall and the design was horrible. He looked like he was about to crumble to dust. Like, I preferred Michael Chiklis' design way more than this. Not to mention, Jamie Bell's acting as a Thing was terrible. Like, he didn't even sound like a Thing at all. He sounded pitiful. Like, that is not the Thing. I refuse to believe that's the Thing. It's not the Thing at all. And I also, as well, did not like Doom either. Doom was horrible, one of the worst parts of the movie. His helmet design and costume was absolutely atrocious. Like, for me personally, it looked like a rip-off C-3PO or helmet. Did not look like Doom at all. Not to mention, you know, Toby Killer's acting as Doom was terrible. He's much better as Cobra in the Planet of the Apes reboot films, but I'll never envision him as Doom. He's my number one, you know. If I was to rank my favourite Doom portrayals, he's definitely the last one on the list. And also, another thing that I also really could not stand was how, basically, the movie was in, like, development hell because they had to reshoot lots of scenes. And it completely ruined Josh Trank's original idea that we're never going to see, as he said on a post on Twitter. Because there were so many reshoots, and guys, it was so easy to spot the reshoots. The reason why is because Reed Richards, in several scenes, he had a clean-shaven face, but in other scenes, he had a beard, so I'm like, what is this? And Susan Storm, as well, in some parts, she had black hair, and in other parts, she had blonde hair all of a sudden. I'm like, what on earth is going on? And yeah, that's because Kate Mara was wearing a wig in the reshoot. So I'm like, honest to God, it was so horrible. I did not like it. And also, the final fight scene was also a complete waste because Doom was defeated so easily by the Thing with one punch. So all of a sudden, the Thing turns into Satan from One Punch Man with one punch defeating Doom. What a joke. Swear to God. It was terrible. The script was also cringe-worthy as well. And the CGI and the effects were absolute garbage. Like, it literally it didn't even feel like an official movie, to be honest. It really did not feel like it was official because it was so bad. And the visuals as well, they weren't even as good as the original duology from the early 2000s at all. Like, it was pathetic. It really was. They weren't even trying with this movie, guys. They really weren't at all. Like, oh. I'm actually glad that I didn't watch it at cinema because I'd have probably wasted my money on this. And I'm not the only one who hates this, guys, because pretty much everyone in the world hates this movie, as far as I know. Because, I mean, my favourite YouTuber hates it, and several of my favourite YouTubers hate it as well. And also my friends from school, you know, even they hate it as well, you know, because whenever I mentioned it in a conversation, they'd be like, oh, don't watch it, it's bad. So, yeah. But I watched it, guys, you know, because I believe, you know, I should give the film a chance and judge it for myself, so I did that. But unfortunately, I wasted my life watching this movie. I wasted 2 hours of my life watching this garbage. So, yeah. I mean, I will say the music was okay. I will admit the music was okay, to be honest. But it was completely ruined by all the bad moments in this movie. Like, I honestly can't think of any good things about this movie, I swear to God. I can't think of any good things. So, that's why, guys, if I could give a movie below 0 out of 10, I would absolutely. Probably like minus a million out of 10. But yeah, to be specific, I'm going to give it 0 out of 10 because I absolutely hate this movie. Like, guys, I'd rather watch The Last Jedi over this movie. Or the, you know, the recent Home Alone sequels, you know, Home Alone 4 and 5 over this movie. Because I just literally can't stand it. It's so cringeworthy and horrible. I really hate it. Anyway, guys, so this is my ranking of Fantastic Four movies from best to worst in my opinion. So number 1 is the 2005 Fantastic Four film. Number 2 is Rise of the Silver Surfer. And number 3 is definitely Fantastic. Now, with regards to upcoming MCU movie, yes, I'm excited for it. And I'm praying to God that, you know, they fix the damage caused by Fantastic. They better fix the damage. I really hope they do that. I mean, the MCU has had so many great movies, so yeah, I've got faith this one's going to be great as well. So guys, this is me doing my ranking of Fantastic Four films from best to worst, in my opinion. So, you know, drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to in the comments how you guys would rank Fantastic Four movies. I'd love to see you guys would rank them. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe for more videos coming in the future. And I'll see you all later.